Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. New brewery time. You can see it kind of eking in the camera a little bit. Oh, the Druery. The Druery Brewery. I don't know where that name came from. I assume there was a Drew at the helm, but I don't think that's the case because I met the owner, brewer, when I went to this place to pick it up. Yeah, I've actually heard, or saw is a better way to put it, a decent amount about this brewery. They're not epically far away from me in New Jersey. I actually mistakenly thought they were like much further east than they were. But I've seen stuff online and it's been very hazy centric. That's what we're gonna be drinking here. It's their Call Me Nelectra. It's a 8.8% double IPA. But that's what I saw, like kind of social medias, people sharing their stuff, all this hazy stuff. Listen, I don't yuck yums. I love me some hazy, so I'm all about it. But they're on my radar, and I'm like, okay, you know, I looked them up, and I didn't really pay attention to where they were. Hour and a half away, give or take. Anyway, went on a little trip. Went to Warwick Farm Brewing, met up with my boy Ty, my buddy Joe, my buddy George came by. We all kind of hung out, and then we went to another brewery, and then we're going to our third, final brewery of the trip, and I said, wait a minute, this Druery place is like literally on the way. We gotta stop. I gotta stop. Get in there, and this is my favorite part about it is that kind of having this assumption that most of their stuff was just hazies. Like their tap list was nothing of the sort. I don't even know if they had like a pure straight up ultra hazy on there. They had an East Coast kind of low ABV IPA, but then they had like more of a West Coast, and they had a coffee cream ale, and they had I believe there's an ESB on there. There's a porter. There's a Belgian triple. There's a lot of variety on there, and they had this hazy can. So I drank me a couple non super crazy hazies, and decided to take the sucker along the way. So let's dive into it. Talking a lot. This thing is dented. This crowler is dented to no end because Ty, who I met up with for the first time, viewer of the channel, friend of the channel, dropped it like a dum-dum. Good job, buddy. So yeah, let's see where this sucker goes. Give it a hefty pour, aggressive pour in a crowler. The crowler design is a little bit kind of mediocre. It very much looks like Fiverr. It's just basically a big hop with the name of the brewery. But there's something about the name of a brewery called the Druery Brewery. Tickles me pink, so I love the name of the brewery. Yes. And Call Me, what is it? Nelectra. So I assume there's Nelson and maybe Citra or Nectaron? I don't know. In there, the hops are in there. Through that name, the hops are in there. As far as the beer goes, that looks like, that looks like really nice, well done, new school haze. It doesn't have that super words. They are hard. Super soupy kind of like butternut squashy kind of vibe to it, but definitely has that ultra rich kind of haziness to it. Index finger of a super big aggressive head because it's a crowler and I pour it like dum dum, and just looks like a really nice, well done hazy. 8.8%. Looks like it might be creepily chuggable. Let's see, get a nose. Allergy season, not at peak performance on the nose here, so let's see what we get. Ooh, yeah, all the tropical fruit arbol on us. It really is heavily leaning into tropical fruit. Again, you're almost always going to get citrus in hazies. I mean, there's a very few and far between you're not going to get it. So there's a decent amount of citrus in here. You're running your gamut, your orange, pineapple, blah, 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 grapefruit, all that kind of fun stuff. But it really is this tropical fruit, really is this kind of mango kiwi kind of vibey thing I'm getting off of it. That is at the forefront, a nice punch of sweetness, perception of sweetness. Obviously, can't smell sweetness, you know what I'm talking about. And just has this little fluttering green thing to it. But again, it smells like it's going to lean ultra new school, New England style hazy, drop out all bitterness, give you the juice. Done and done. And it smells really good, though. Even with the clogged up schnoz from the allergies. I'm a fan. Let's dive in. Cheers, y'all. That's good. That's good. It's sweeter. Again, we're pushing 9% here, so I'm not going to sit here and get, like, really hot and bothered about the sweetness level on this. I feel like there is like a bit of under attenuation here and a bit more sweetness that I'm assuming was intended, but it's not bothering me. Again, we're talking about almost the triple IPA levels, so I'm cool with that. Nice mouthfeel. Again, we're not talking about super turbid butternut squash soup, spoon stick straight up in it kind of thing, but it has any mouthfeel to it. And really, where it shows really fun is a bittering in there, which is kind of cool. It's like it's a little hot pellety, little greeny kind of bittering to it, little beester weedy kind of bittering to it. But I dig it because of that sweetness. You need that bit of bittering to kind of help kind of counterbalance that at least a little bit. And it really is that kind of just large swath of juiciness in here. It very much gets like a juicy fruit gummy as far as the predominant fruit flavor, as far as where the hops kind of come from. Very much like almost like a slightly more kind of sweeter, kind of robust, kind of juicy fruit gum. So you're getting that kind of tropical fruits, you're getting that kiwi, you're getting that mango, you're getting that papaya, all those kind of things mashing together in this slightly confectionery, kind of rich, kind of juicy fruit gumminess. Never gonna hate on that. Always love when you get that juicy fruit vibes from beer. This is pretty damn good, to be perfectly honest with you. You're talking about a person that is like pledge allegiance to Team Low ABV. It's, me purchasing 9% for all intents and purposes, 9% haze is not typically something I do. But I was intrigued, because of how traditional the beers were that I had when I was there. Again, I had like an East Coast IPA through and through. I had a coffee cream ale. Coffee cream ale with a little bit of vanilla. Maybe that's not super traditional, but it's a cream ale nonetheless. So it's the haze that really kind of intrigued me coming out of it. And honestly, it's pretty damn good stuff. Local brewery, semi-localish for me, that's doing this level of haze. And just out the chute, I think they're several months old at max. It's pretty good stuff. Small spot, back end of strip mall. Super welcoming vibe. Super welcoming people. The owner, a gentleman that was working with him, I'm not sure if he's ownership or just works there, but everybody was super nice. A lot of let's try this, try this, try that. They had a coconut stout on, Russian Imperial Stout. They were barrel aging, got little samples of that and stuff like that. It was a very cool experience and a fun little spot. And honestly, if this is kind of like showing what they're going to be doing moving forward, at least, this in this compartment from the hazy side of things, again, they're banging Belgian triples. They're doing ESBs. They're doing stuff that I really dig on. It's kind of a jack for all trades kind of thing, but getting top notch on that end of things. A lot of times when breweries try to, especially breweries that just start up, are trying to do a bunch of different styles. It's one of the jack of all trades and master of none. This is I don't want to say jack of all trades, master of all. That's very much high praise, but from what I've had, I dig it. And we all need new, good breweries in our life, and I'm glad they exist. So yeah, they're we went to like I said, we went to Warwick Farm Brewing. We went to a place called Second Sin in Newtown, Pennsylvania, and then went to Conclave. This is literally right in line. Pennington area. If you've ever been in a Pennington by right, they have decent beer there. They're 8 minutes away from there, so it's kind of in that Pennington area, very close to Brick Farm Tavern, True, and all that kind of stuff. So if you find yourself in that area, it'd be cool to stop by and fun beers. Is it one of the better double IPAs I've had of late? Let's just cut to the chase and get to there. Yes. Is it Mount Rushmore status? For me, no, but it's eking towards the top. Again, there's been so many good big hazies over the years that I'm lucky enough to be privy to a ton of them. It's not so much that this beer's not worthy. It's just there's some ahead of it, but damn tasty nonetheless. I'm happy I bought it. Let's put it that way. Value and availability. They're pretty much crowler only. I think they basically just say, hey, we have crowlers, come get them. That kind of thing. Brewery only at this point. Who knows how that's going to change in the future, and leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like New School Haze, you're going to love this. You know what I mean? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if you like new breweries trying to do fun things, again, to walk into a brewery and get a hazy that is, 9% in drinks like this, awesome. But the fact that they're ripping cream ales and Belgian triples, that's the jam. I'm all about it. Thumbs up on that. So there you go. Reviewing the books. The Druery. Have you been to the brewery? The Druery Brewery. Have you had our beers? Have you had this particular beer? All that fun stuff down there. Let's talk about it. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of big ABV haze right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers all.